That's what we came for. Bro, it's big, bro. It's big. Woo. Job. Yeah, baby. Dude, we should probably anchor up right out there. All right, guys. So back at the boat ramp, I just dropped off my second client, group of clients from today, and here is that big, beautiful golden tile from yesterday. Absolutely gorgeous. That's a 9-inch fillet knife, so you'll be able to tell that is a monster fish. I didn't have my GoPro on me when we caught it yesterday, unfortunately, but I still wanted to show you guys and tell you a little bit about how we got it. Basically, we were out there in 800 feet of water at a Hillsborough Inlet, and I had the electric reel here, but he actually caught this fish hand cranking with this little what is this? Shimano. Good job, nice and easy. That's a golden tile, dude. That's a monster golden tile. Oh my God, let's go! Oh, shit, that's it!
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Hold on. No fucking way! Oh my God! Holy crap!
Oh my God!
Look at the size!
Oh my God! Called it, baby! Look at that freaking beast! That is a 40-pound golden tile, hand cranked from 900 feet of water.
Woo!
Let's go! Oh my God! And that thing hit first drop, so I'm just gonna get him filleted up for you. Believe it or not, it was 34. He's 34 pounds, and the state record is 38 pounds. So potential. It had potential to be a state record. It was in the ice for a couple hours before he weighed it. So he lost maybe a pound of. They lose some weight, some liquid weight once they're in the ice, but who knows? I don't think it was a record, but close, which is awesome. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fillet him. Look at this big old floppy thingy. Crazy looking, whatever that thing is. Oh, the boat keeps on drifting. Ooh, there he is, baby. There he is. Hooked up to a tarpon. All right, guys, so I was trying to fillet that golden tile and thought I had a tarpon because a lot of tarpon come through this little boat dock area. Ended up being a spotted eagle ray, so I just broke him off there near the dock. Tried to yank the hook out, and it just snapped right by the hook, so he'll be okay.
What's up?
Hooked right in the lip.
It was a
little excitement in my video.
Yeah, I saw some tarpon.
But I'm gonna get back to filleting this golden.
Out and the rod started zipping. Yeah, it's okay though.
Obviously, just like any fish, probably use my nice knife. Start right in there by the head. God, this thing's huge. I feel guilty filleting him. It's so beautiful. I've never seen a more beautiful fish in my life. Oh my God, the amount of meat on this thing. So I'm just using my knife, running it, you hear that? Right against those bones. Get every bit of meat. I got a pretty big spine, all those bones right there. So lift that meat, go right over the other side of that spine. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it from that other side. Wow, what a beautiful fish. I think I need a bigger knife, to be honest. Trying to get that belly meat. We got a fucking problem. Freaking rib bones are too much for that little ass knife. We need the Dexter. There we go. Old Dexter got it done. It's kind of like playing any other fish, just way bigger. Come on. All right. There you go. One monster golden tile, completely filleted. That's a big ass head. Always pop those eyes out. God, it's such a beautiful fish. My God, it's so beautiful. One last look at him. Oh, he's going swimming. My God. There's one beautiful fish. All right, guys. There's those big old fillets. Sorry for the shitty video. Don't have my GoPro, don't have anyone helping me, and I'm in a hurry. So we'll see you in the kitchen, hopefully. Cook that baby up. All right, guys. Back in the kitchen, and we're gonna prepare and cook that golden tile fish you saw me filleting earlier. Again, apologies for not having a lot of that day of fishing on video. Believe it or not, that is the only fish we caught. We went out there, dropped down, hooked into that beast of a fish, and that was it for the whole day. So a pretty slow day other than that, so you pretty much caught all the action in that little clip I provided. So now, like I said, we're back at the kitchen, and I am just kind of winging it. So I took some Lay's stacks that we had and put them in a bag, and we're gonna do a Lay's crusted golden tile fish. So I'm gonna crunch all that up, make sure our bag's closed. I got a good feeling this will be pretty tasty. Okay, so I'm gonna crunch that up a little bit more. First, let's get our fish. Okay. So here's a beautiful golden tile. Golden tile fish have pretty tough meat if you eat it the first day, so you want to make sure to let it rest on ice, gut the fish, and let it chill on ice for upwards of 5 days. Or you can fillet it and let it hang out. But my client caught that fish, so I let him take most of the meat, but he was generous enough to let me take some nice pieces. You can see those are some big pieces of meat, and there was plenty more on that fish. So I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, make sure it's good, make sure there's no bones. Oh yeah, that is some gorgeous meat. Now those pieces are pretty thick, so what I'm gonna do is actually cut them in half, or kind of slice it in half so it's not as thick of a piece fish to cook, because what's going to happen is that's going to shrink up into a little piece and the inside is going to stay raw. I want it to be Nice and crispy on the outside. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the fish, cut it. Right in half, just like that. Now we have two beautiful pieces of meat, much better diameter, or much better thickness. Oh yeah, that's looking good. The same thing here. Okay. Beauty. Alright, that looks a lot better. Alright. Yeah, we'll go with some key lime. That's gonna be good, I think. Alright, so while doing that, we're gonna. Oh, is this good oil here?
Yeah, just by.
While we're doing that, we're gonna add a little bit of oil into the pan. To have a nice crispy fish, I like to just use a little bit of oil and some butter. Some country crock, good old fake butter. Add that in there. Give it a little extra flavor when it crisps up. So just enough oil to kind of coat the base of the pan, and then some butter for flavor, because you don't want to. What I've noticed is if I cook the fish with too much oil in there, it kind of and you cook takes too long to cook. The fish will soak in that oil and it gets kind of mushy and oily, and it's just no good. So in order to lock in that flavor of the fish, you want to have a nice thin layer of butter and cook it hot and fast. So that's why I made these thinner portions, so that it's going to cook hot and fast and have a nice crispy edge, and then it'll be nice and firm on the inside. If the fish cooks too long, like I said, it gets mushy. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead, pat these guys down. I think I should put them in an egg wash, actually, yeah. And what that does is it'll allow the chips to stick on there. Now before I throw it in the egg wash, we're gonna do a little bit of rosemary, just on one side. Okay. A little bit of basil. Like I said, I like to freestyle when I cook, so I'm just kind of winging it. It usually ends up pretty good. Okay, some rosemary, some basil on one side, and then on the other side, we're gonna do some Key West Spice Company key lime seasoning. Okay, and we don't want to make it too heavy because the chips are a little salty. We really want to taste our golden tile fish, so not too much seasoning. But it is a thick piece of fish. Okay, about that much looks good. Just a little bit of flavor there. Okay, now the fish. Make sure your chips are nice and crunched up. Okay. Now you take your fish and go into the egg wash. Just go ahead and coat that fish in that egg, nice and sticky and slimy. Go ahead and put it in there. Shake it all around. It should be nice and coated with chips. Just like that. That's what we want to see. Okay. Now, number 2, the egg wash, and into the chip bag. Okay. Now come on over here, sweetie. Okay. Now that oil's nice and hot, we're gonna lay our fish. Could actually be hotter. We want to hear it sizzling. There we go. Alrighty, let those cook, and in the meantime we got some broccoli right here and some sweet potatoes and potatoes in the oven. So we'll see you guys when we get it on the plate. Sometimes I like to put a cover on it when it's thick pieces of fish, and it'll cook it all the way through a little quicker. Alright guys, so here's our beautiful golden tile fish. Crusted with Lay's and some key lime seasoning, some parsley and some basil. And we got some sweet potatoes, some other kind of potatoes, and some broccoli. So I'm gonna do a little taste test for you. First time ever trying golden tile, and that is beautiful and flaky and steaming. Hope you can see that. Oh my God, I think we nailed it. It's terrible. I'm just kidding. Seriously, that is one of the best tasting fish I've ever eaten, if not the best. Definitely not chewy, not whatever, because we left it in the fridge for a couple days. It is flaky, it is firm, it's got flavor, it's not like super mild, it's got an amazing like buttery flavor, and it, you know, with that crispy edge of the Lay's and the parsley to help bring out the flavor, we nailed it. That's absolutely delicious. I will definitely be targeting more of those because we got a lot of meat off that fish. But anyways guys, we're gonna enjoy our meal while it's hot. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode.